Brody Nupur and Jinnie Day, my co-host. This is More Than One Opinion.
Thank you for joining us on another segment. Today we're going to be discussing good vibes and energy. It sounds a bit wishy-washy, but we're going to kind of drill into it and give you more specifics about what that means to us and how we have kind of grown into the people we have today and how that, I guess, have manifested certain things in our life. Now, Rody, I think you're probably the definition of, exuding like, no, but people gravitate towards you, right? So I think having a certain type of energy really, really makes an impact on the type of people you attract in your life, whether it's personally, professionally, all aspects of your life.
Look, I mean, it will impact everything, to be honest. So, good vibes, meaning positive vibes, a way of thinking that is basically not allowing negativity to take over. It's very easy to become negative. Like anything, someone steps on your foot, it's a negative thing. Oh, that hurt, and it brings out that negativity. But it's how do you basically manage it and turn it, and then not allow it to affect you is really where the hard bit comes in.
Yeah.
So it's very easy to say, yeah, good vibes, we're walking around, hippie, that's not what I'm talking about. The good vibe or that energy that you basically give out, it does take practice. So it's not real. It really comes from the whole thing that I'm not going to allow negative things or situations, bad situations or things that I'm not okay with to really affect me and then affect my persona for the whole day.
Yeah.
So I got to so our last episodes were shot last year just before I flew to Vietnam.
Yeah.
So I had a business meeting on the 27th of December. We flew in on the 26th. And I got there pretty much that night thinking, okay, all cool. I'm in my trackies. I'm going to go out, all things,
mode,
right? And then my luggage didn't come.
Well, so that's an absolute nightmare.
I was like, and I've got a business meeting, and the next morning I'm in trackies. I've got black trackies, just the normal top, a t-shirt, and I'm like, all these thoughts started to come through my mind, and I'm starting to really work myself up. I'm about to lose it. Then I said, I'm on holiday too. Cool. You know what? I'm gonna see if I can fit into my mate's pants, which would look. Yeah, I wore all these clothes, all of them.
How did that happen?
So because I'm a size 30, 31 waist, but you would think.
But the lengthwise as well.
No, it's perfect. Because he likes to wear them high, and I like to wear them just right. So it was just
Worked
perfect. Like so. I said, you know what, I refuse to allow myself to get worked up and wreck the rest of my my trip, wreck my business trip the next day, and I refuse to allow that to happen. So I said, look, when do you think my luggage will come? They said, sir, maybe tomorrow in the afternoon, maybe in the evening, we'll see, we'll deliver it to your hotel. So basically 2 days with no, just the clothes that I've got. So I was a bit prepared. I did have underwear, new socks in my carry-on luggage. Yeah, but I didn't have like a full outfit.
Yeah.
So, we went out that night, caught up with friends. Next morning, same thing. I went to the business meeting. Normal. The investors in Vietnam that are looking into actually working with us, literally said to me, she goes, you know what, Rody, there's a lot of clinics that I can really just choose. The reason why I've chosen to work with you is because you've got such good energy. I said, did Tran, your friend, tell you that my luggage didn't come?
Yeah.
She said, she told me, I thought you'd be devastated, like angry, I said, no, I refuse to allow that to dictate my behavior. I refuse that. So it's not that I've always been like that. It's training.
Have you always, been that person, like where you've been sort of cool, calm, collected?
No, not at all, not at all. Look, it's very easy to turn into the negative, angry, everybody hates me, why are people looking at me this way? It's very easy to become like that. But it's taken lots of years of practice, and that simple philosophy is that, am I going to change my situation by being angry? No. Am I going to change this situation by worrying about it? No. Some things need to be left alone, and basically it will pan itself out, because it's outside of my natural realms of being able to fix it. So I should not even waste a second on it. Okay, so it's there. I will just do what I have to do. The things that I can fix it. Okay, things that I can't fix, leave it alone. Don't let it affect you and dominate the rest of your day, the rest of your month, the rest of your year, the rest of your life. So, it's very similar to that blame game episode that we had. Oh my God, I'm born into a poor family. That means I'm never going to become successful. Well, if you think that way, you're going to remain that way. So, it's okay, what do I have? What can I possibly do? So these are the tools and these are the things that, build you up to have a successful relationship, have a successful business, have a successful friendship, be really just the person that everyone wants to be around in general. Okay, the life of the party. Why do you think the whole saying is he or she is the life of the party? Why? Because they're happy. Everyone gravitates towards that energy.
And it's not because they don't have things going on. Like, despite having things going on,
you're going to
still manage to put a smile on their face, and
problems are going to happen. It's how I manage the problems and how I let them dominate me. Okay, it's so important to go, okay, can I fix this? No. So should I worry about it? Well, it's not going to fix it, so why am I worrying about it? Okay, let me prioritize my time, which is very limited, to things that I can actually fix, and things that I can't, leave it. That's just life. That's God forbid, but you know what happened to Kobe Bryant? That situation is a disaster. Okay, so but this guy lived his whole life positive, right? Positive. He gave a positive impact. All you're going to be speaking about this guy now, Kobe, is that his legacy. He's such a positive, driven person. I just want to aspire to be like him. Do you think this guy had no problems? He came from a poor family. Okay, but all he wanted to do is basically make sure that people don't stay this way or use this as an excuse or use this negativity. So he changed his circumstances and basically worked with what he had. Some things are out of our control. Accidents are out of our control. Things that occur, naturally, unnaturally, some things are out of our control. So how do I let it affect me? Because if I'm a negative person, no one wants to do business with me. If I'm a negative person, no one wants to be with you. No one wants to be in a relationship with you. If I'm a negative person, no one wants to be your friend. Okay? Not everyone's wrong and you're right. Negative people always think everyone's wrong and they're right. Why? Because that's how they choose to see and perceive the world. Okay, it's not okay. That's not how the world is. The world actually gravitates to positive people. People will basically behave in a certain way according to the vibes that you put out. If you're negative, you're going to basically push people away, or people are going to behave negatively towards you. Why? Because you look like you've got your guard up, so they're going to put their guard up. Oh, people are racist all around me. No, they're not racist. You're just perceiving that they are, so you make sure that they become like that.
You see what you see, right? And you're like projecting like that.
Oh, no one likes me. Because you walk into a room with a sad-looking face that basically, no one's going to be gravitating towards you. They're going to actually be avoiding you. So these are all things that I've picked up over church, me being counseling at church, me doing pastoral work. So being a pastor working with young people, working with adults, older people, relationships. This is what I've seen. So generally speaking, the negative kind of person seems to always have problems. Or because they highlight so much on the problems that they have, it dominates their whole life. If you can basically grab this another person which is quite positive and you ask them, do you have issues all the time? Do you let them affect you? No. So it's not that the issues are not going to occur. It's how I deal
with it.
Okay, and then this also governs who deals with me and who wants to associate themselves with me. So, like I said, the lady said to me, she goes, Rody, I can get any brand from Australia and have it in Vietnam. The reason why I want you is because you just have such good energy. I just want to be part of this. She goes, and this woman's a millionaire, this one's so successful. But I know she's a kind of a down sort of energy kind of person, when I'm around her, she's like clucky and pumps. Because this is the energy that I'm pushing.
But so you bring that out in people, like in general, like.
But you have to, like this is for me. I want to be in a good environment.
You're a high energy person, like despite whatever's
going on.
Yeah,
I'm very hyperactive.
Yeah.
If that's what you mean. That's why I don't drink coffee. When I'm with adults, I have mocha. And then if they tell me, do you want hot chocolate? I get really upset. Like, it's not hot chocolate, it's mocha, man.
Get it right.
You know? So look, for me, I want this environment.
Yeah.
So if I walk into a room and everyone's down, I'm going to start cracking jokes. I'm going to start basically showing interest in people and think I want to bring out that energy because I don't want to be in that environment.
Yeah.
So maybe it's selfish. I don't know, but I just want positive vibes everywhere. I don't know.
Not at all.
I want people to have that positive attitude. So I basically I play on this. So I'll bring out what's the problem with a lot of people, and this also from counselling and from other sort of traits that I've had in the past where this is the kind of treatments I used to do with people is bring out what's the problem, and I'll say this is what it is. Can you fix this problem? No. By worrying, can you fix it? No. So why are you wasting any time on it? I don't know. It's consumed me because that's all you're thinking about.
Yeah.
Okay. You really are, and you will basically manifest what is consuming you or what you're consistently thinking about. So if I'm thinking of positive vibes, if I go to a country and I'm already thinking this country is going to be crap, it's people are not that nice, that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
You know, I've got friends that travel, that's exactly what happens to them. They hate that country. I'll go to that country and all of a sudden people are shouting me drinks, taking me out. Like I went to Lebanon in 2016. I had this idea that Lebanon is going to be this war-torn country, everyone's going to be in conflict. No, nothing, everyone was partying.
That's great.
I was standing on the balcony of one of the apartments that I hired near the water. And at 12:30 at night, and then randoms were just walking past, but I've just got this glow, I'm happy.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, I'm about to go to sleep, it's 12:30. They're like, no, we're gonna go out, let's go. I don't know them. Okay, yeah, let's go, all right, let's go. So they took me out till 5:30 in the morning, would not let me spend a cent on anything, okay? And they're just saying, man, you just got good energy. Okay, but they got good energy too, so we're drawn to each other.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
The negative people in the same spot would say, it's crap, I had the worst time ever. Why? Because you're a negative kind of person. Okay, so we need to know what the problem is. Why is this happening in you? Because you only see things half full. You never appreciate what's full. You're never thankful for what you've got. You always want what you don't have.
So I spoke.
Yeah, that's it. I spoke a message. I had a message that I had at church, and I was talking about fear, being appreciative, like what you've got and things. So the reason why people don't have this good attitude is because all they're focused on is the things that they don't have.
Yeah.
Okay. So so I drive a Mercedes, but if a Lamborghini goes past and I look at it and I go, oh, I wish I had that. I'm not thankful and grateful for what I've got. Okay, I drive a Camry. My friend, you drive something, you're lucky that you drive anything.
Yeah.
You should be thankful that you're actually healthy, that you've got all these things. Again, this is the talents and the things that you have, and working with what you've got, and thankful for what you've got. And I'm serious, like we've had in the other segments, you will attract more things. People will be more attracted to you, more business opportunities, more things, all these things because you're a good vibe kind of person.
Fulfilling relationships.
Everything. People will gravitate towards you, and the negative people may not because they don't want.
I have a question for you actually.
Anything.
Since you do like a lot of counselling,
do
you find that men are better at processing like certain things than women? I find, like in my personal experience.
I don't want to get shot by the women.
No. But like, I find that as well. I just find that women tend to fixate on certain things.
Yeah, look,
they process things very, very differently psychologically.
And this has got a lot of things to do with just the female in general.
Yeah.
She's more emotional, which is beautiful. Yeah. That's what makes her a woman.
Yeah.
But I find, and I'm not putting anyone down or lifting anyone up. I'm just saying this is what I see. Men are very systematic.
Yes.
Okay. So this is the compartment of problems. Mm-hmm. He'll just put it there. And this is with fun, and he'll just put it there. A woman will mix most things up together.
So true.
Okay, and then this problem. So if you have a fight with a woman, for instance, she'll bring up 50 years ago what her mum had and what. The men will be fighting just that. I'm not saying some men are exactly like that, and some women are like men.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that it's the system of how to process it and how to manage it. If that's why a lot of women go, men are simple creatures. They probably are. But they're very systematic.
Yeah, they compartmentalize well.
Very well.
And that works to their favour in this aspect. And obviously, with business and whatnot. But you're right, like women just tend to kind of jumble up like,
it's a tool.
everything. And it allows them to multitask
they can
for
do
that
everything.
reason.
Yeah.
But then also on the flip side, when it comes to these matters, it's a lot harder for them to...
We've done a segment, remember? And I said women can actually become the best entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
Why? Because they can multitask. But it's being able to manage, and things that are useless, like she might not think this is useless, but me carrying on someone hurt me so long ago, it doesn't need to be carried on into this relationship. So you're actually going to make it harder for you. You don't need to bring in what the past did to you into this. I'm not saying you're not learning and not learning from that. It's just you can't let it be toxic to this current situation.
Yeah.
So it's too much to carry.
Yeah.
So I just got to take things on face value and then deal with them as they come. So it's not that I'm positive all the time, I'm jumping around rainbows, and that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm saying is, how do I manage the problem? So when the problem comes, okay, all have problems, all have bills, all have issues, accidents, everything. How do I deal with it? That's the actual the $100 million question. So it's, can I fix it? No, I cannot. So should I be spending time on this? Not really. I should be spending time on things that I can actually fix. Because if I can fix that, then at least something that can be fixed took my attention, and it was well worth. So that's how I've got to look at things. Then automatically you'll be training yourself to be positive. People will be gravitating towards that, I promise you. Business and everything. Because people want something like that, because there's so much negativity in the world. When you turn on the news, 100% of the time it's negative.
Yeah.
If they want to be nice, the last 2%, they'll say, this panda gave birth to this, and just to put a little bit of a light, right? Yeah. But the rest is all bad, because that's what people gravitate towards. That misery loves company. That want that kind of negativity. But generally, people want to hang around a positive kind of person.
Yeah, in reality, people don't want to be around bad news and negativity.
They want someone to uplift them. Give me a solution. Give me something. So give me advice. So it's like you're the go-to person. So of course you're gonna.
Patient with that though.
I try.
Very, very patient.
Yeah, I try to be.
Yeah.
It's a lot of practice.
Yeah, it would be. Whereas I'm just kind of like.
No, but look, it's I believe everyone can be counselled to an extent if they allow you to.
Yeah. They have to help themselves as well.
Like they have to allow you.
Yeah.
So for me, that's the thing. So I mean, the same thing with you too. For you to get to where you've gotten to, you've had to adapt and you've had to learn to be positive. Not saying we don't carry certain resentment or negativity in us because we've been hurt before. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is you learn from what's happened, and I don't let the toxic bit be carried on further.
Yeah.
I won't let it affect me. Okay, so you could be going through a marriage breakdown, a divorce, or whatever. Your clients don't need to. Your client don't need to pick up that.
Yeah.
They need to actually turn around and say to you, "How do you deal with it? That's just amazing. I love that. Give me that." Because people are in search for that.
Yeah.
So of course people are going to go in business with you. Of course they're going to be in a relationship with you. Of course they're going to be your friend, because you seem to have your stuff together.
Yeah.
Like you seem to have worked out the formula. That's the formula.
Now, on that note, I read a quote where it says, your energy introduces you before you do.
Definitely.
Which is so, so true.
Definitely.
And I think I've been, in the last maybe 3-4 years more so, being very, very in tune with people's aura, energy. I know it's bad and good, but like you said, we're talking about energies, right? Like you kind of pick up on people's vibe.
Yeah.
Now, what was your first impression of me when...
Look, when I first met you, I saw you talking to one of my best mates, which is your friend too, and I just felt you're conservative. So I felt that conservative, very knowledgeable. I couldn't pick up good or bad until I actually started speaking to you. Once you said a few words, I realized that we were actually talking on our own and forgot about the rest of the group, and we were just talking about things. I forgot what the discussion was, but it worked. It was in tune with sort of my vibe and your vibe. So I knew we could work together. I knew we could do something there because you had a very similar thing. So I guess it was a good vibe. It wouldn't have been negative, otherwise I would have walked away.
I would have walked away. Absolutely.
So that was. I felt like you knew your stuff. You've got a lot of experience, and you're cautious.
I am cautious.
Yeah, but a good sort of vibe, not a bad vibe at all. So someone very approachable.
It's good because a lot of people say, "Oh, you're just very, not uptight, but very snooty and
Depends how they run.
Which
part they run.
It depends on your energy. So note to yourself.
Yeah, no, of course.
Depends on your energy. If your energy's like not right, then you're going to get that side like to me. So
no, but again, it's like if I'm approaching you in a negative sort of way, your guards are going to come up straight away.
Totally.
And then that's all I'm going to see from
Absolutely.
you. So, again, it's the people that are saying that generally may have that vibe themselves. So you're just going to react.
Yeah.
I try not to. I since I was a kid, I try not to. I want to sort of bring out that other, and I want to change that person. It's actually a game for me.
Yeah.
So if I find they're negative, I actually want to change it.
Yeah.
So within 5 minutes, I notice they just change. And their vibe changes because they get comfortable. You don't need to put your guards up with me.
That was my first impression of you. Like before we started talking, my first impression was like, he's confident but selective in who he interacts with or like speaks to. Like you don't kind of turn your head just for anyone. Whether it's friend, relationship, whatever it is. It's not a bad quality to have. You know what I mean? But maybe you're a little bit not up yourself, but have standards. But then when you start speaking to you, you're extreme down to earth, very humble. You make people comfortable very, very quickly. That also comes from your counselling back, but you're very compassionate. You're very compassionate.
Look,
person.
Initially, I like I said, I don't want to be I'm like an airhead. I'm walking around. Hey, I don't want to do that. So generally, if you don't know me, you're going to have to be introduced to me.
Of course.
Of course, if I'm sitting with you, and I'll make sure that we went to Japan, and Japan's the most conservative country, meaning they won't look you in the eye. You'll walk straight past them. No one will make eye contact with you. We went to a little bar because they got a lot of little bars where you got 3 to 5 people that sit in there. Yeah. They're so cool. And just randoms going, please, I want to open up my bottle. I want to give you some. I'm like, I don't drink much. Everything, whiskey from it,
Yeah.
So I'm like, and my friend at the time, which goes to me, how'd you bring that out of them? I said, it's just energy. You walk in, it's just energy.
Yeah.
Right. So it's. The bartender that was slightly uptight, all of a sudden loosen up and we're giving her
pouring free drinks.
They were just free pouring. It was just that whole energy, right? So then people were walking in, same thing.
Hiring you for the services to take you on a night out.
No, but it's that whole energy. So some people will say, I hated this country.
Yeah.
And I'll say, I'm thinking why, and then you realize because they're very negative. So negative, that's what they're going to get.
Yeah.
It's going to attract each other.
Yeah.
So, you're positive, you're going to bring out the best out of people. So
Absolutely.
I don't know, for me, Japan was awesome. Vietnam's awesome. Taiwan's awesome. All those countries that a lot of people would say, it was just hard to interact with people. For me, it was awesome.
Yeah.
Why? Because I came in I'm happy, I don't care, just cool,
Yeah.
And then you're going to get that out of the people. So I think it affects every aspect of your life.
So the takeaway for our viewers.
Oh look, you got to be positive. I'm not the thing now, and I say
the right
positive,
energy matters, but it takes work as well.
There's tools.
To choose every day. You have to choose to
there's tools.
See things glass, half full than half empty.
There's tools. I don't say, hey, walk around.
And I think compartmentalization works.
It's very important.
It works really, really. I'm been really training my mind to get to that next level.
Yeah, select what's going to affect. Is this going to be good for me to affect the rest of my day with? No, it's not. Then why am I carrying it for?
Yeah, I used to be that person where he's constantly
But why am I carrying it? It's going to affect everything.
Yeah.
So I come into here, oh my God, I've got bills. How am I going to shoot this segment?
Yeah, correct.
It's just, you don't need to carry it. So if you can do that and you master that, that's where you become successful.
Perfect. That's it. there you go. You heard from the man himself.
No, not the man myself. I wish.
Well, thanks so much for joining us for another
you.
riveting segment of More Than One Opinion. Hope that was informative and entertaining for you. Like, subscribe, and comment, and stay tuned.
Thank you.
Thank you.